All right, here we are back here tonight with SRA Gen 6 Series, the Double A Gen 6 Series at Auto Club. They are going to be doing 100 laps here tonight, and I got Brett Pancari in the booth with me here tonight. Welcome, Brett.
Thanks for having me on once again, Rudy.
Well, it'll be great to have you in the booth. You did a great job last time, and we're definitely glad to have you back in the booth here tonight. Jeff was going to help out tonight in Scott's absence, but he wants to race in this, and I don't blame him. It'll be a fun track for these guys to race on, so it looks like we're going to have a pretty good-sized field here tonight for driving the Gen 6. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, as of right now, we got 29 cars entered so far, and California is definitely a very big and wide track. A lot of drivers like running here. It's definitely big and wide. Some of the things compared to Michigan, but it's actually not. With a little bit less banking, and it's a little bit of different groove, you might say. And living handling characteristic here compared to Michigan.
Yeah, definitely. It's like it's a sister track to it, but man, it just has different characteristics about it than Michigan does. And I think it's kind of what's made it popular. A lot of people like to run this track over Michigan, but other people have Michigan as their preference. So, but I think we're going to see some 3 wide here. We're seeing it already happening here in practice, and man, these guys can handle it.
Oh, exactly. Again, this track is definitely wide enough for free, even sometimes 4 wide. But the way the track is handling over the most recent months, the cars have a tendency to be more on the tight side, especially in turns 1 and 2, if you don't hit your arc just right. You gotta hit your arc into the corner exactly right, or the cars can get extremely tight in the middle. Now, the car has a tendency to also be loose off of the corners. And turn 3 and 4 is a little bit more forgiving, let's say, than 1 and 2, but there's still tough corners either way.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see how these guys can manage it, and not just not just in the turns, but saving their tires, keeping the fenders intact. But this is going to be exciting here tonight. You got the points. You want to run down through the top 10 and the points coming into tonight, Brett?
Yes, indeed. The top 10, the points coming into tonight. The point leader, the only driver with 2 top 5s this season, you know, haven't win yet, is Bobby Zielinski. He has a 5-point lead over Josh Robin, and who has 2 top 10s this season. The Dard, Derek Bordeaux, and Kyle Putz are tied for 3rd. The Dard has 1 win this season, and each have a top 5 and a top 10. Jeff Dodson is in the number 5 spot. He has a top 5 this season. Kane Cook and Lachlan McMillan are both tied for 6th in the points. Kane and Lachlan each have a top 10. Sean Williams is in 8th. He doesn't have any top 5s or top 10s this season. Freddie De La Rosa is 9th, and Delonte Ballard, who has 1 top 10 this season, is in the number 10 spot.
Very good, very good. Well, I'll tell you what, it was an interesting and fun race last night. In the Xfinity cars, that was one heck of a race that some guys put on slick track of Kentucky. The viewers didn't see that race last night, you can go back here on MaxSpeedTV and watch it from last night. They had a few extra cautions in there, and I think it was just because of the slick conditions out there. The track was like 120 degrees. I don't know. Did you look and see what the track temperature is here tonight? I'm sure it's warm.
Well, track temperature tonight is at 101, even though the air temperature is at 66 degrees Fahrenheit. So it would normally make it slick, because normally daytime California is definitely more slick compared to, like, say, nighttime. But like I said earlier, though, the way it handles, though, it can be a bit iffy. Like I said, it can be tight in the middle of the corners, but it can be loose off if you're not careful on the gas.
Exactly. Oh, we're about 2 minutes away from the national anthem here, folks. And again, thanks for joining us here. If it's your first time here on MaxSpeedTV, please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to like the video here, as last night we had a bunch of trolls in here disliking the videos. It was fine. They got nothing better to do. That's all the better. but ready to kick this thing off here and get it going. Like I said, 100 laps here tonight in the Gen 6, so get ready for some exciting racing here at SRA. Hey, it's going good, Aaron. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Let me refresh Trading Paints again. I think there was a few guys that did join here after I refreshed. I want to make sure I got them all up to date here. I know there was a few guys that did have some new paint schemes in here. Alex Peck come in with a brand new paint scheme, and I already did check it out, make sure that I did have it, and it was there, so he's happy about that. But I like to try to keep these guys, they work hard on their paint jobs, try to keep them happy here by making sure that we do have the correct paint scheme on their car. So, but it is a Trading Paints issue. If it doesn't show up, it's kind of like out of my hands. I've done everything I can to make it show up. So I do go in and clean out all the paint schemes every week, make sure that when I refresh Trading Paints, I've got their most current one. So 12 seconds, 10 seconds away here, folks. And we're ready to kick off the national anthem, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a minute, and thanks for watching us.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, welcome back here, folks, and qualifying is underway. We've got quite a few that have qualified. Kyle Putz putting it up there on the pole for now. Alex Peck second, Delonte Ballard third, Eric Sable fourth, and Connor Anton in fifth.
Putz with the fastest time right now by about 4/1000ths of a second over Alex Peck, but they also picked up almost half a second from their practice pace, so the track's definitely coming in now for their qualifying runs. And of course, in open qualifying, you can make as many attempts as you want within the allotted 10-minute time span. And what a lot of guys like to do is to run right behind another car, kind of get their draft, because if you can get behind their other car and get a draft out of them, you can actually get a much faster lap time. So there's actually a little bit of strategy and timing to get your fast lap.
Yeah, we talked to Kyle Putz last night, and he said he had a very good feeling about tonight. So we'll see if he can. He won. Gosh, I can't even remember last night. Did he wind up winning that race last night? I forget. No, he finished second. Who the heck won that race last night?
I wish I could remember.
Man, that's bad. We can't even remember who won last night. Dang.
David Shutt.
David Shutt. That's it. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. The Kyle Putz come in second and said he felt really good about tonight. So, pretty good qualifying time. But Peck's really close, and that's more than likely going to change here. I have a feeling. And something that the guys are usually always wondering is Marcus Richardson in there tonight? I think didn't he say he was going to be here this week or something?
Hard to say with Marcus.
He may show up at the last minute here or something, but I don't see him in there yet.
It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look as of right now.
Right now, it looks like we got 22 qualifiers out of a 30-car field. Here, darling, Justin Gable probably officiating, isn't he?
I would think so.
And Alufami back there, 25th. Oh, them guys, they're so cruel.
Yeah.
Alufami.
Yeah. Or for those of you who just tuned in, not sure what it is, that's actually Femi Olat.
Yeah.
Don't ask me about the name.
Yeah, I know it. I know who it is. Last night we were sitting here scratching our heads going, who the heck is that? Is that a new driver? And then I got to looking at it, and it was like, because I thought, oh man, we're going to be butchering that name all night. So, and then we figured it out, Femi Olat.
Caleb Eisenhower, who was around mid-pack, just rocketed up to the third spot with a 39.580 lap times. That really helped his cause for a good starting spot as of right now. So looks like there might still be some grip left in this track to maybe get even better lap times.
And I see they have it set to not clean the rubber off, so the rubber does stay on there from practice through qualifying and through the race. So we're going to see some darkened areas in the turns here, no doubt. As the race goes on, it's going to start getting really dark in the turns where they're laying down a lot of rubber.
Yeah, and usually when they lay down a lot of rubber in a certain spot, now even though I'm kind of a little bit new to that, it normally would mean that guys would probably maybe start moving around, trying to get to more where maybe grayer areas, because you get more rubber, and the hotter the track is, it's going to slicken up the track more. So what's going to happen is that you might see guys move around to get maybe better grip, find a different line. But with the track being somewhat of a one-groove track, it might be hard to do that. But unless you can maybe run a group up, it might help your cause. But we'll have to see when the race goes on, especially if we get long runs. And speaking of Marcus Richardson, he just popped in.
There you go. See, showing up at the last minute here. What, 31 drivers then? Well, actually, I'm sorry, it'd be 30 because I believe Justin Gable was officiating. So last night that was kind of a little bit of a swap there as Marcus Richardson took the admin booth and put on his admin hat instead of his race hat, and did a great job officiating last night, man. I'll tell you, that's a thankless job. A lot of people don't really realize it, but man, I'll tell you, it's a thankless job.
Because they got so many things you got to keep an eye on the admin.
Yeah.
You know, keep an eye on the like pit road, even this on track stuff that happens. I mean, they got a lot on their plates.
Well, Kyle Puts still holding on to the pole for now. Still got a minute and a half to go here in qualifying, though it still could change. I seen our points leader there just got shuffled back. Bobby Zielinski back to 11th now. Our points leader coming into tonight. Mr. Beach out there, Jonathan Chipman, Nathan Dunas, Trevor Pertelli coming in 21st, Jeff Dodson 23rd position, taking a qualifying time. Make that 24th. Well, you want me to run down through the whole grid then, Brett? Or do you want to I'll do the first 10, you do the second 10?
I'll do the second.
Pardon me?
I'll do the second, Dad.
The second 10? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Sounds good. Alex Peck still hanging on to second. They're 3/1000ths of a second behind Kyle Puts. So that was really close. Well, they got just a few seconds left here, and people are still shifting around, so we're seeing some guys picking up some time, probably in the draft. It looks like that will wrap up qualifying, and we'll move on to the grid here in just a minute, folks. Taken quite some time lately here to finish up the qualifying and move on to the grid, so we're still waiting here for it to finish.
Yeah, some guys came in one last hurrah, because if you can get to the finish line before the qualifying time starts, you do get one more lap, but you do have some time, a little bit of time to try to get that.
That's going to wrap up qualifying. Hey, let's run down through the grid here, Brett. Kyle Puts coming in on the pole there with a 39.490. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Alex Peck starting in second. Caleb Eisenhower in third place. Chance Crum fourth. Ariotti fifth. David Shutt sixth. Eric Sable starting seventh. Derek Bordeaux eighth. Delonte Ballard 9th, and Connor Anton 10th. Brett?
Starting 11th is your point leader, Bobby Zielinski. On the outside of him will be the 24 of Bobby Cheney. Starting 13th will be the man who known for his videos of Carb Cup time, that being Kane Cook. He'll start 13th. Starting 14th will be the man known as Wee Wee, that is Jonathan Shipman. Starting 15th is the Lowe's Chevrolet of Ryan Hunt. Starting 16th is a man, well, who needs no introduction. It's Mr. Beach. Starting 17th is the 38 of Cole Lanning. Starting 18th to 68th of Nevian Robinson. Starting 19th, the man known for his catchphrase of "hit somebody." That is Nicholas Caressel. And starting 20th is Jarrett T. Darling.
Wow, that's amazing. Good job, Brett. Starting in 21st, Nathan Dunas. 22nd, Randy Roberts. Trevor Pertelli starting 23rd. Adam Baker 24th. Jeff Dotson 25th. Marcus Richardson not taking the qualifying time here, starting 26th. Femi Olat 27th. Justin Gable, I believe, is officiating. Freddie De La Rosa starting 29th. Josh Robin 30th. And Sean Williams rounding out the field here in 31st position. Should be rolling out here any second now. Here we go.
As the field does start to roll out, you're going to see a lot of fanning out, especially at the very start of the race and even restart because this track is so wide. But I think what's going to happen is the group is going to narrow up, and a lot of guys are going to run maybe single file more on the inside line. Now, like I said, there is a chance of maybe the upper group coming in, but you're going to see a lot of maybe bottom feeders. But like I said, the track is wide enough. You can get some more passing, but we'll see what happens here tonight.
Alex Peck sporting that new paint job starting on the outside there. An all-white AMSOIL. Wanted to make sure we did get that. So sorry about the update on the trading paints. I wanted to make sure I got Marcus Richardson as he joined kind of late there. And we're about ready to go here, folks. 100 laps looking at these guys on Auto Club here, Fontana, California. Hey, pace car heads in. Outputs waiting on that green flag. They're about to get it here almost to the stripe. Green is out. Good restart by good start by everybody, not a restart. We did have a couple of guys that did not take the server though. Jonathan Shipman, Ryan Hunt did not start the race.
Bobby Zalinski gets the initial jump out turn. Or Kyle Putz, excuse me. David Shutt almost stuffed it free wide with chance of cracking. Here comes Ariani inside of Eisenhower and Shutt, but he thinks better of it.
Didn't have quite the run that he needed right there, I think. And Chance Crum did a good job of holding him off. Ariani still in 5th place. Derek Bordeaux now coming up through. Last night put on a heck of a show out there the first part of the race, man. He just was dominating, and then I don't know what happened to him after that. He just kind of drifted to the back and eventually did park his car. So, and there he goes. He goes into the 5th place, taking 5th away from Ariati, and now we got a Chance Crum getting by Caleb Eisenhower and goes into 3rd.
Alex Peck had a look on the inside of Kyle Putz. He was on his door when they got to the line, but his car got tight when he got to the inside of Putz, the way the air moves, and that forced him back to number 2 spot. Here comes Bordeaux to the inside of Crum, and they're almost 3 wide behind it back with, looks like Audi and I think Bordeaux and Shutt.
Yeah, this is getting good right here now. These guys are starting to mix it up a little bit, Brett. And Bordeaux does get a pretty good run on Chance Crum, and he goes into 3rd, moving forward. And here comes Caleb Eisenhower to the inside of Chance Crum. I don't know what's going on with Chance's car right now, Brett. It's going backwards.
Well, he's stuck on the outside line right now, which I think is not the way he wants to be, or he's going to try and save his tires a little bit, because if you drive too hard, you wear the right front out, that car's going to get real tight on you. So it's all about sometimes tire conservation, sometimes to give up a few spots, which may benefit you in the long run, as Derek Bordeaux goes way up the track, and he's going to lose a spot to Eisenhower. No, he doesn't!
And what a save!
Baby! Holy cow, how on earth did he say that?
I don't know, because he was almost completely sideways, but boy, he lost a lot of positions on that, but I wouldn't count him out because he'll be back up there and on.
What's going to hurt him, though, he probably burned the right rear off that car. The car's going to get real loose on him as he gets off the corners, as they is 2 by 2 up ahead of him all the way to Eisenhower and Crum.
And these guys are really pushing it right now. Zielinski to the inside of David Shutt right now. David Shutt on the outside in the number 42. Looks like he's going to hold him off for right now. Wow. These guys are racing like it's the last lap right now, Brett.
Even could be a lap. It could be like lap 81. They'll still be racing that hard. That's how.
Yeah.
That's how Guys, hard these guys like to race each other hard.
Let's go back in the field here. Marcus Richardson, we've been kind of keeping an eye on him. He's moved into 19th. He started way back in the field, so he passed a lot of cars already to be in 19th. Right behind him, Sean Williams. Femi Olat, 21st. We got a couple on pit road. Randy Roberts and Ryan Hunt. Ryan Hunt having some issues or something there. And he is finding himself 5 laps down now. And I don't know what's going on with Ryan Hunt. He's got a lot, or Randy Roberts, excuse me, has a lot of damage on his car, Brett. So I think he has seen the wall or something there. Back up front, it's been all Kyle Putz so far in the race. He's led 6 laps, and Alex Peck in tow. Those two breaking away from Caleb Eisenhower in 3rd, and he's under trouble here with Chance Crum coming up on the inside.
Quick update on Randy Roberts. He lost it out of turn 2, and he smashed the inside wall, so his night is over. Also, at the same time, Jeff Dodson lost it out of turn 2, but he did not hit anything, so he's back going.
Very good, very good. That's what we want to see. That never give up thing that we talk about every week, Jeff and I, or Scott and I. You know, you stay out there, you give it your best shot, because if somebody gets wrecked out and you stay in the race, you can pick up positions. You know, so you got to give it up to a lot of these guys staying with it. Chance Crump's still working over the back of Caleb Eisenhower, but Caleb's got that run coming off of the turn and just continues to pull away from Chance Crum right now. Connor Anton, 5th place. Delonte Ballard moving into 6th. And he's got David Shuckbuck into the inside of him right now.
And Crum got to the inside of Eisenhower. Eisenhower slid up just a little bit. That opens the door for Crum, but what's going to happen is if he stays side by side of Eisenhower, that car's going to get real tight to him, and he thinks better up, he's going to stay in line.
Bobby Zielinski breaking into the top 10. He knows he's got a battle here to stay in that points lead. Only having a 5-point lead coming into tonight. He's got to be up higher than 10th here. Eric Bordeaux gets back around him and takes the 10th position away by driving around on the outside. Now he goes right to the bottom and drives around Ariotti. Wow, man, he's got that car collected back up, Brett.
He did. The Dart on a mission. Been trying to get him the spots he lost.
Delonte Ballard on the outside here. He's got Eric Sable. Eric trying to get a run here on the inside.
Oh, I think. Oh, my Lord, sideways again!
I don't believe this driving by Derek tonight. Man, I'm telling you.
I heard a hit at the wall. I heard Delonte Ballard hit the wall at 2, and then I see the Dart, that being Bordeaux, he went sideways.
He is really wheeling that thing tonight, I'll tell you. He's another one, a man on a mission right there, trying to get closer to the front. Back here to check on Jared Darling. Jared falling in behind. We got a spinner. Who was the spinner? Jonathan Shipman. Let's see what happened to Jonathan real quick here.
He was right in front of the leader. It's about to go a lap down.
Well, he come off of turn 2 right there. Did tag the wall. Wow. And yes, he hits the inside wall really hard. And he does tow to pit road, folks. So, but that happened right in front of the leader, Kyle Putz. And boy, I'll tell you what, it almost looked like Kyle was going to follow him. Did you see that?
Yeah, almost like he reacted when Shipman hit the wall. But luckily, he stayed with it. And that's also what happened to Bordeaux. When Delonte got the wall at 2, it looked like Bordeaux almost reacted a little too much, and that got him sideways. He did save it, but he's got damage on the right front of that car. He needs a yell to get that fixed, but he might be staying within the leaders, though, pace-wise.
Well, I think that kind of put the scares into Alex Peck and Caleb Eisenhower. They've kind of backed off of Kyle Putz a little bit there. they seen that happen right in front of Kyle, and they thought, boy, if he comes back out on the track, I'm going to get collected in that. And I think they kind of dodged a bullet on that one. They checked up and were probably already off of the gas. Maybe not on the brake, but they probably backed off the gas a little bit. And I guess that's how Alex kind of got a half a second off of what Kyle puts now.
Yeah, because they thought maybe that Putz might get into Shipman, but luckily nothing happened there, and they stayed green. So we're on that lap 13.
Well, Jeff Dodson, next one to go a lap down. Leader not far behind Jeff. About a half a straightaway behind him right now, just now coming off of turn 2. Jeff will be the next one to go a lap down. He is 34.4 seconds behind the leader right now.
Only real battle going on right now is this battle for 13th between King Cook and Jared T. Darling. Bobby Chain was also in that mix, and also Mr. Beach has joined the party as well, as he's going to battle for 13th, 14th, and potentially 15th. Josh Robin, who's number 2 in the points, might be starting to close up a little bit on these guys.
And King Cook is still side by side here with Jared Darling. Jared's on that inside trying to complete that pass, but he's really not having too good a success here trying to complete the path. If he can drive it into the turn a little bit harder there, but King Cook is not going to just give that position away. He's not going to just back out and say, "Here, you have it." You know, he's going to make him work for it.
No, exactly, and like going back, mentioned before, if you're on the inside of a car like this, like what Darling is right now, if you get real close to someone, the air is going to make that car a lot tighter. But you see, Kane slipped up a little bit, and that allows Darling to make the pass. Now it's going to allow Mr. Beach to come up and get inside of him. As I just saw in the background, Marcus Richardson, he got big loose out of turn 2, but he saved it and about to pass Josh Robin for 16th.
Well, 16 laps in the books here, folks. Make that 16 in the books. Yeah, starting lap 17 with Kyle Putz. Been out there for all 16 of them in the lead. When do we expect pit stops here, Brett? What's the pit window?
Well, I want to say it could be maybe 40 laps, but here's the thing. That might be on fuel. A lot of times the guys will pit mostly for tires nowadays, the way things are with these cars. So don't be surprised they come in a little bit shorter of their fuel window and get more tires. And going back to lap times, Alex Peck is catching Kyle Putz. He's running about a 10th quicker almost every lap, so we could have a fight for the lead shortly.
Yeah, he has closed that gap up pretty heavily here, and has come right up onto the back of him right now. And look at this draft he got down the backstretch, and I think we might be looking for a change of the lead right here. Going into turn 3, he does get a pretty good run on Kyle Putz, and he goes into the lead. So now we got a brand new leader for the first time today, Alex Peck, if he can stay out there ahead of Kyle Putz. And it looks like he will, and he collects a bonus point.
I've been noticing with Peck, he's been able to get that car run just a little bit lower in the corner than Putz has, especially in the last couple laps. They have to get on that white line and hold it there a lot longer than Kyle Putz has. So I'm wondering if maybe the car might be going away for Kyle Putz.
I think that's what it is. He probably would really love to have 4 fresh tires on there right now. 19 laps or 18 laps on these tires, that's quite a bit. Well, in the process of that let Caleb Eisenhower join in on the fun, and also Chance Crum and Connor Anton. Those guys have joined in here and made it a 5-car battle up front. Bobby Zielinski, our points leader, back here 7th place now. Derek Bordeaux finds himself back into the 8th position now, Brett. So he's moving back forward.
Considering the fact he nearly crashed the thing twice. And he's got damage on the right front of that car, to be up where he is, it's got to be pretty impressive for him.
Yes, sir. And he's actually ahead of Eric Sable, and that's saying a lot. Eric's pretty good in these Gen 6 cars. Always has been, that I've always, ever since I can remember racing with Eric Sable. And Ariotti joins in. He will be into the 10th place. Bobby Chaney moves into 11th. Oh, Sable out of shape there. Coming out of turn 2, pulls out and makes a run on Derek Bordeaux into turn 3. Not sure if he's going to be able to complete that pass or not. He's still side by side with them. They're door to door, and Eric's using every bit of the racetrack that he can to slide up there.
Yep, Dole got a little bit squirrely out of turn 2, and Sable's shot down to the inside. He doesn't look like he may clear him here out of 2. It's going to be close. But it looks like Bordeaux's not going to give up out of fight, and the lead could be potentially a free car fight, but there's a free car fight right here with Sable, Bordeaux, and Ariotti now in the mix.
Bordeaux's hanging on to it for right now, and he is going to keep that position. He comes down in front of Sable, and here goes Ariotti trying the outside now, so we may be seeing the group move up the hill right now.
Could be, and if with the tires falling off like they are, if you get on the inside line, you're going to eat them up even worse. So that could be like double bad if you especially wore out your tires. And we got a new second place runner, Caleb Eisenhower, just got by Kyle Putz. He got a run out of turn 4, and Putz, I think, let him go.
Good run for Caleb today, man. He's showing he's got the muscle here to keep up with the big dogs out front, so he's doing a great job. And Connor Anton got around. Chance Crum goes into 4th.
He drove that thing really deep in the free, and Crum went to throw a crossover on him, but he just didn't quite get the run out of the corner, and that's going to allow Anton to stay in the number 4 spot.
I don't have any crank it up cams for this track yet. I gotta get with my buddy there, Ryan Eckstein. He usually makes me the crank it up cams and stuff, and I'll tell you what, the fans love it. They love them crank it up cams and the wall cams and stuff that he makes. They are awesome camera packs. Again, I got to get with Ryan about getting Auto Club done. He's been pretty busy though, working, so.
Clears are coming up on Jeff Dodson here. He's going to put him a lap down. He'll stay on the outside line. But with him being side by side out with Peck, it may allow Eisenhower to close just a little bit because Peck had to go to the inside. But it was well about the way. I don't think it's going to hurt him too much.
Jeff stays way up out of the race groove, gives them all the room they need. Doing a heck of a job, because that can be quite how do I want to say that? That can be quite mind-boggling sometimes when you know the leaders are right behind you. You don't want to get involved in any altercation with them whatsoever. And to drive up there on that high groove, you've got to really lift off the gas. You got to know what you're doing up there, because you're up in the marbles, and if the race groove hasn't moved up there isn't a whole lot of grip.
No, it isn't. If you get up at the marbles, though, it's like you don't have any grip up there at all. As Connor Anton has gone to the inside, and he blows by Kyle Putz, but he had to lift off just a little bit. That may allow Putz to cross him over here, and he's got a corner on him as they go down the front straight. It's the battle for the number 3 spot.
Connor slides it across the front of the nose there of Kyle Putz, and he'll hold on to 3rd right now as they set up to go into turn 1. It's pretty cool that they can actually take that right down on the bottom. You can't do that at Michigan.
Exactly. Michigan is one of those tracks where you have to run a groove up.
Yep.
Because you get on the inside line there, that car is going to want to slide out from under you. So that is one difference between here and California. And it looks like now Bobby Zielinski, he just blew by Chance Crum. and almost the exact same scenario that car Anton did, driving in deep, and Crum is trying to cross him over again.
Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. Boy, he was all over the back of Zielinski right there going into turn 1. And he really lets off the throttle now. I think he just drove it in there just a little too hard, Crum did.
Oh, Bordeaux, he got sideways again. Whoa, Bordeaux. He's all over the place. He is tracking it.
I'm telling you.
What do you think this is, Eldora?
That's right. Yeah,
but what happened?
They haven't released the dirt yet.
Well, what happened was him and Sable got on the inside of Jeff Hudson. And Bordeaux, I don't know if he lost grip or something, because remember, he burned that right rear. Oh, and he gets hit by Beach! And they go!
And that's going to bring out a caution? Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Oh, my word. They were racing it up pretty hard right there. Let's take a look at this. Wow. Okay, I'm riding along here with Derek Bordeaux. Mr. Beach comes up on him. Now, Derek's lifting a little bit, but he's trying to protect that position. And Mr. Beach bumped him a couple of different times, and it looked like they had it saved. But Beach goes down on that white line, comes back up the hill, and collects both of them, and they both go hard into the wall. So that white line is what caught Mr. Beach. Oh, man. What a break for these guys. And, you know, I think we're probably going to be done seeing Derek Bordeaux with them sideways runs because he's done now.
Yeah, he's done for the night. And what happened was when he got he slid up out of two a little bit, and he got the inside of Dawson. He turned the wheel just a little bit too much to the left, and that brought his rear end around as he was sliding on the overpass. I don't think Sable got into him, and then he was just fighting that thing like crazy.
Well, I think that does put Jeff Dodson in the lucky dog position. He is the first car a lap down in 23rd place. But they're all, oh man, they're all just loving this right now because it's time to come to pit road.
Be really curious to see what tire wear was for a lot of these guys. Thinking like from what I saw, a lot of the guys were on the tight side. Excuse me, and except maybe exception of Bordeaux, who was in the dirt track that thing.
All right, everybody comes in for a pit stop here. And it's going to be a 4-tire change and full tank of fuel. What quick tire change there for Alex Peck. Wow. They're away, and it looks like Kyle Putz will get back off of pit road in the lead here again. Good man, what a pit stop too, beating Alex Peck by 0.8 of a second on that pit stop. So, wow. He definitely needs to give that pit crew a raise.
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll try to get somebody up here and talk to him. Is Caleb in here in TeamSpeak? Yep, I got him. Caleb Eisenhower, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, how's it going out there, Caleb? Man, you're running back in 9th place. We seen you bidding for a top spot there quite a while. You got into 2nd. How did that feel? And the car had to have been running really well right at that time. How'd that feel?
Yeah, I was just trying to set a pace there and kind of just screwed it all up there with that running through my pit box there. So we'll see if we can get it back. I see Marcus is up here in a couple spots ahead of me, so I know he'll be up there in. But yeah, the setup, I love the setup. You really got to save that right front, and I think that's who's going to win, is whoever saves that right front the best.
Oh, I think you're right, yeah. Well, what do you think of the race being during the afternoon here? Would you rather had it at night?
Either way, I think Auto Club's a great track to race at. It's so wide, there's so many grooves you can run, and either way, I think it's going to be fun for us. But since it's in the day, it's got a little looseness to it, I mean, you really got to be able to control that throttle to keep it from whipping around off corner exit. But other than that, it's a blast right now.
Well, Brett and I were talking about this is just so much different than Michigan. What do you think the biggest differences are between this and its sister track, Michigan?
For some reason at Michigan, it's really single grooved. If you're not on the bottom, hooking the bottom, then you're probably not going to be very fast. Here, you can kind of move up a little bit, especially in 1 and 2. You can move up a groove and make it work, and that's what I was trying to do there. I was kind of late apex in the 1 and 2 and getting a run off 2, and I've noticed 1 and 2 is where I really made up my ground. But Michigan, yeah, it's really single grooved, and it's a handful to get it to stay on that line. But here, you can make it work up here in the second groove.
Well, you guys are doing a really good job. Have you noticed anything about the line maybe moving up, finding a little bit more run off of the high side? Because we have seen guys passing on the outside coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, I think on new tires, everybody here is going to be trying to get down to the bottom. But once there gets a little wear on your tires, you can really make that middle line work. But I think right here, everybody's going to be searching for that white line.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck out there, Caleb, and we'll be watching for you to try to get back to the front.
All right, 10-4. Thanks, guys.
All right, so Kyle Putz ready to get these guys going again. It looks like he's opted to start on the outside here, Brett.
I think the reason for that is so he can get a better arc in the corner, and he can keep Alex Peck kind of pinned down on the bottom line. Now, going back to what Caleb was saying, and that kind of summed up what my thoughts were going in about what the setup is and how the track is. Because, like I said, you'll feel real tight at the start of most runs. And what he said the key was save that right front. You know, it's going to be like that on a lot of tracks. But I think especially the way the setup is, what the conditions are right now, that right front is going to be your best friend or your worst enemy by the end of the race.
Very true, very true. Well, looks like Derek Bordeaux has left, but Sean Williams is back. He said he had internet problems, and he comes back in. It looks like he's going to be about 5 laps down, and the only one we have, Jonathan Shipman, still sitting on pit road. So we're about to go back green here. Kyle Putz and Alex Peck on the front row as we seen them earlier in the race. And here we go. Pace car dives into pit road. And there goes a little bit of speed, and there they go. Green, green, green. Chance Crum on the inside of Connor Anton going into turn 1. Let's see how that works out on these new tires. Got to get a little heat build up in them before they get really super racy. Connor comes down really close to touching right there with Chance Crum, but Chance will take that position. Here comes Bobby Zielinski now to the inside. So we're seeing just what you said, them new tires.
David Schott makes it free wide on Zielinski and Anton. He drives it in deep into free, and he may get 2 for the price of 1 here. And I think he does. Zielinski is going to try and cross him over. Schott wants none of it.
So Schott, last night's winner, and he gets passed up by Bobby Zielinski. Bobby drove it in there really hard. That allowed Schott to come back on the outside here. Let's see how this is going to work as they get back up to speed. And Eric Sable joining in the fun here.
Sable almost thought about squeezing in the middle, and don't look now. Here comes Marcus Richardson.
Exactly. I was just going to say that, Brett. He's working his way closer, inching his way closer to the front. As we see Connor Anton now go back to 8. And he's in trouble. Caleb Eisenhower taking a look on the inside. Boy, he is driving all he can on that white line. And he does complete the pass on Connor. Man.
Connor got a little bit squirrely there in 1 and 2. And now here comes Bobby Cheney on the inside. And he's going to see if he can get by Connor Anton, but actually he might. They're going to stay side by side as they come out of turn 4. And I think Cheney should have the advantage right now, as we also got King Cook And Delonte Ballard also battling for position in this mix as well. That is for 11th, I believe.
Yeah, Kane Cook in 11th here. Him and Delonte Ballard. He does complete the pass on Delonte. And Bobby Cheney did complete the pass on Connor Anton. Now Shutt looking at David Shutt. Yes, looking to the inside of Bobby Zielinski.
Yes, Zielinski was over to the back of Chance Crum for the number 3 spot. But now, Shutt and Eric Sable, who's all over the back of him, 3 wide down the front straightaway as they head to turn 1. The battle for the number 4 spot.
They're still 3 wide. Sable on the bottom, Shutt in the middle, and Zielinski up high, and Shutt. I'm sorry. Yeah, Shutt comes out on top of that. Excuse me.
Yeah, Shutt 2 for the price of 1, and that one he got the better line because Zielinski was stuck on the outside line. He lost grip. Sable was real tight down low, and Shutt took advantage of it. And Bobby J has just passed Caleb Eisenhower. That is for, I believe, 8th.
Yeah, coming to the line, Caleb's all over the back of Bobby Cheney right now, trying to suck up to that bumper and use that draft. He got a great run there into turn 1. Wants to pass Bobby back, but he's not going to be able to do it. He just had to lift a little bit too much, and boy, I'll tell you what, he's got Connor Anton all over the back end. Connor may be looking to pass him now, and it looks like Caleb doing a little block in there.
Yeah, he threw a block on Connor. Ariani to sneak inside on Connor Anton, but he couldn't do it. Kane Cook on the outside line of him. As these guys get settled down, this battle is slung between Sable, Shutt, and Zielinski. Sable's on the outside of Zielinski for the number 5 spot. They had to turn 1 chance. Some of those are going to be in this mix as well.
This is, man, these guys are racing hard right now, and we got 60 to go. But we're not even at the halfway mark, and these guys are racing like we got about 15 to go here.
It's always like that, it seems.
Yep. Marcus Richardson, 7th, closing up on Eric Sable here. A little way back to Bobby Cheney now. He's kind of taking a breath of air, kind of relaxing a little bit in his seat. He's got himself worked into 8th place. Got to let the car come to him. He's got to let the cars ahead of him come to him. Still be looking at one more pit stop here, I believe. I think they can do it on one more pit stop. No, 2 more. I'm sorry. I don't think... What was the pit window? Like 30 laps?
Maybe around there, but that depended on the tires being worn out.
Right.
As David Shutt just went to the inside of Chance Crum, he's going to take the number 3 spot away. Now Bobby Zielinski and Eric Sable are going to try and follow him in there.
And Zielinski got a pretty good run off before. Chance Crum got really squirrely there coming out of turn 4. Eric Sable sitting there like a vulture, just waiting for these guys to decide who's going to pass who here. He wants a shot at it. Zielinski comes up in front of Chance Crum. He had that position, but Chance got a pretty good run off of turn 4 there. Zielinski's got to get himself past him and slide up in front of him. And there he goes now, Sable to the inside of Chance Crum.
Yeah, it seems like to me, Crum needs to be good on the really short runs, but he just seems to keep fading the longer we go into a run. And speaking of like guys who may benefit from long runs, a guy maybe like Bobby Cheney as he loses the position here to Caleb Eisenhower. Bobby Cheney is one of those guys who really benefits from long green flag runs. We've seen it a lot of times from him. He may not be one of the fastest out there, but he can really hurt you if you get a really long run.
Yeah, he's right here on the bumper of Caleb. Backed it out pretty good, though, and he'll close back up here on the front stretch using that draft. He's got to stay ahead of Connor Anton right now. The guys are starting to get settled in a little bit here now. Shutt and Zielinski. Shutt clearing Zielinski and going into 3rd. That was a couple of laps ago, but he has put some distance now on Zielinski. Zielinski being our points leader, and he's running in 4th position after starting 11th today. Let's run around the field here real quick. Our pole sitter, Kyle Putz, been out here leading for coming to 31 laps this time by. Alex Peck started second, running in second, led 13 laps. David Shutt started 6th, running in 3rd. Bobby Zielinski started 11th, running in 4th. Eric Sable started 7th, running in 5th. Marcus Richardson started 26th in the field here tonight and running in 6th place after all is said and done. Chance Crum started 4th, running in 7th. Caleb Eisenhower started 3rd, running in 8th. Connor Anton started 10th, running in 9th. And we got a pass here on Ariotti. Femi Olat starting 27th today, running in 10th places. He does complete the pass on Ariotti. Now he's got trouble with Kane Cook on his inside. Kane Cook trying to complete the pass here on Femi Olat, and he looks like he does have it. Femi goes up way too high in the turn right there. And Delonte Ballard now side by side with him. And he'll complete the pass on Femi Olat. Femi goes back to 12th place. Back in the field here, Bobby Cheney getting shuffled clear back to 14th. Nevian Robinson in 15th. Nicholas Carresso right behind him in the brand new painted car there. Jeff Peanut Butter. I believe it is Jeff.
Yep. Jeff Peanut Butter.
I didn't get down real close here, but yep, there it is. That's a cool looking paint job. Smuckers and Jeff. Jared Darling 17th. Josh Robin 18th. We haven't talked about Josh today. He's been running really well here. Nathan Dunas in 19th. Adam Baker 20th. Trevor Pertelli now looking to the inside of Adam Baker, and that would be for 20th position. And he just drove right on by. Cole Lanning 22nd. Now he gets by Adam Baker. And Jeff Dotson 23rd, all by himself back here. 22 seconds behind the lead pack. Back up front, Kyle Putz. We're creeping up on the halfway mark here, Brett.
Yeah, we are. And it looked like earlier in the run, Alex Peck was catching Kyle Putz just a little bit like we did in the last green flag run, but now it looks like Putz is kind of settled in now, and yeah, he's running about a little less than a tenth quicker now than Peck was. And the reason that Cheney was shoveled back a little bit, he got big time loose out of turn 2, but he saved it though. And he kept it going pretty straight. And the first battle we got on the track right now is with Femi Olat, Delonte Ballard, and Bobby Cheney. This is for 12th, 13th, and 14th. Olat just got by Ballard, and Cheney looking at the inside. It looks like those guys are just settled in now.
Yeah, we're starting to see the newness wear off of them tires, and everybody's searching for grip, finding where their car's going to run the best.
And I think more so trying to make sure you got enough right front tire left to at least stay up at the front.
Right.
Because the guy I think that has been having a hard time saving it could be Chance Crum. He's been up at the top 5 when we restarted. But ever since then, he's been falling backwards. I don't know if he's trying to save the right front or he is struggling on the long runs like I was saying earlier.
Well, Marcus Richardson moves into 5th, continuing to march his way to the front. And he's closing on Bobby Zielinski big time here.
And actually, it looks like Bobby Zielinski, he's catching David Shutt. He's going to go to the outside of Shutt, but that might be a mistake, as Richardson is starting to really clamp down his jaws, and Zielinski cuts right in front of Richardson. Just the fight for third. Shutt pitched him down just a little bit. Caleb Eisenhower just got by Eric Sable in the background, as Zielinski looks to the inside of Shutt for third. And he might get the run to complete the pass, but they stay side by side at turn 2.
Marcus comes up, and he's going to make it 3 wide. Oh boy, they're going to be 3 wide going into turn 1. Marcus trying to pass both of them in one shot. Zielinski clears Shutt. Goes up to that high side. Shutt going to try to do the crossover here, and I think he's going to get it.
Zielinski caught the wall on a turn 4 just a little bit, and that may be all Marcus Richardson needs to get by both of them, and he does.
Wow, Shutt still not done. Drives it into turn 1 pretty hard. Coming out of there, he may have the run here on Zielinski. Hasn't been able to clear him just yet, but he's got a nose, almost a nose there underneath Marcus Richardson right now. And he does clear Zielinski, goes into the 4th place. Looking back from our leader here, Kyle Putz, he's got Alex Peck now breathing down his neck. Just 2/10 separating them. And it's 9/10 back to Marcus Richardson in 3rd.
Yeah, Peck's been slowly reeling in putts all of a sudden. It's been a little less than a 10th quicker per lap. While those two are fighting, this fight here is not done for 4th and 5th. Shutt to the inside. Eisenhower's going to try and stuff it in there. And he stuffed it to the inside of David Shutt. He wants the 5th spot away. They stay side by side on turn 4. Eric Sable now going to join the mix. And can Eisenhower get clear in the 1? He does. So move Caleb Eisenhower up to the 5th spot. If he can hold it at 2.
It looks like he will. Shutt's going to just ride right behind him there coming out of the turn and use that draft down the backstretch. Let's see if he does get enough of a run here and pulls out. I believe he is. Looks like he... Wow. Caleb shut that down. Opened it back up, though.
Yeah, he drove it in deep, but then he's sliding up the track, though. And that's going to allow Shutt to get to the inside of him and try and take the 5th spot back. Eric Sable watching this behind him.
Oh,
They touched!
They touch!
And they saved it!
Wow, good job by Caleb Eisenhower. I was right on board with David Shutt at that second when they touched. And it looked like just David might have went up the hill just a little bit, kind of drifted out of the turn. But good save by Caleb. Man, that was awesome.
Great save, but he does lose 2 spots, 3 spots in the process. And now he brought the right rear up just a little bit, just trying to save that car.
Well, I think we're going to be coming up on pit stops here probably in the next 3 to 5 laps, maybe a little longer.
Don't look now. The fight is on for the lead. Here comes Alex Peck to the inside. He got a run on putts out of turn 2. Does he have a corner on him? He does.
Yes.
Move Peck back to the lead.
This is the same thing we've seen earlier there where Kyle had just pretty much about burned his tires up. And Alex Peck got by him earlier, and he went on and led 13 laps. So he's back in the lead now, and Kyle knows he's got his work cut out for him right now to stay ahead of Marcus Richardson. Marcus is closing. We all know how much he can save tires.
While those get settled down, this fight back here is still not done. Chance Crum now, he wants a piece of Eric Sable. He goes to the inside. I know they're trying to stuff it in there. He does to the inside of Sable. This is for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Connor, Anton, and Ariadne are also in the mix.
Wow. That scared me there for a minute. I thought I lost my camera controls. Whoops.
Oh! Sorry to cut you off there, but Eisenhower got into the back of Sable. They settle it down for now. But I think this fight here is not over by a long shot.
And it looks like he's going to try it again here. He's closing up on Eric Sable. He knows Connor Anton's right there. Connor wants to get by. So does Ariadne. And, boy, Eric Sable taking a look on the inside of Chance Crum. Chance comes up on David Shutt. And Eric might be able to get this position here from Chance Crum. Chance fights back on the outside. We'll hold on to it for right now. Here comes Caleb Eisenhower back on the outside. We know he's been running good on the outside. And there he goes. He's getting by Eric Sable. Oh, and he gets into the wall. And boy, that's where it's been biting him really bad right there, Brett.
When you get to the outside line, you drift up too much, you'll hit the wall, and that's what happened. Been there. Now, while that fight was going on, Marcus Richardson has just passed Kyle Putz, and he's in the number 2 spot.
So see, we're seeing that fade on Kyle Putz's car, the fade of the old tires. He would really love to have new tires, and I think they're going to try to make it here probably another 5 laps or so. That would put them right in the window to make it the rest of the way on one more pit stop.
Probably around that range. It could be even longer, or who knows, but like I said, tires will probably win out over fuel mileage like any day.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're thinking about right now, too. They're thinking, you know, okay, they're measuring it out, probably calculating it out. Their pit crew's working on it, and they're saying, you know, oh, boy, Marcus Richardson was almost sideways right there.
He was almost sideways. Kyle Putz is still all over the back of him. It looks like they settled in now.
That was a heck of a save right there from Marcus because it just about stepped out on him. He's really pushing that car hard right now. He's trying to reel in Alex Peck, and Alex is out there feeling that clean air right now and got the whole track to use. He doesn't have to worry about, you know, somebody being beside him or around him, and he can actually just use the whole track there to come out of the turn. And boy, this is good. He's been out here leading for 19 laps right now, but he still hasn't beat Kyle Putz. Kyle's led 43 laps.
We'll have to see what the lap times are as they come to the line here, whether Marcus are using stuff up to get up to where he is. And as of right now, Alex Peck is actually almost 2/10 quicker that time. A 41.68 to a 41.80 for Marcus. But we'll have to see as the laps continue on whether Peck has saved his stuff more than Marcus has.
Walensky sitting there in 4th, quite a ways back to Chance Crum and company back here. Ariadne now goes into 6th. David Shutt 7th. Connor Anton in 8th. Eric Sable back in 9th. And Kane Cook trying to reel these guys in 10th place, hoping he'd get some draft. And David Shutt coming to pit road.
Yeah, he's coming to pit road, one of the first takers.
And this could possibly be his final pit stop here, I do believe, unless there is a caution or something, but this will probably be his final pit stop.
We'll have to see where he's going to come out when everything cycles through, because if you're like the first guy to pit on a cycle, you'll have the advantage of the new tires first. You can really make up a lot of ground if you come in first for pit stops. So we'll have to see where Shutt is going to be once everything cycles through with these green flag pit stops.
Right, and also Nathan Dunas in pit road. And we're seeing other guys come to pit road now too, guys peeling off here. Bobby Zielinski,
Ariotti.
yeah, Ariotti, Chance Crum, Kane Cook, these guys all coming to pit road.
Devian Robinson coming in as well. And looks like Peck's going to pit this time. And, whoa, hang on a minute here. We got a car spinning on the front stretch. It's Jeff Dodson.
Oh, no.
But he's in the grass. It's in the grass, so there should be a yellow.
Holy smokes, good save. I don't know if we can go back. Let me go back and see if I can catch that here on the replay. Coming out of the turn. It looked like he cut it down to come to pit road last second, decided not to. And that's where he spun it right there. He caught that apron. But good thing nothing was coming, Brett, that he spun up there sideways in front of. So, or that would have brought the caution out.
Well, exactly. If he stopped on the front straightaway, on the track at all, that would have brought the yellow, and that would have really messed everything up if the cyclic replay stops.
Well, I think we're going to see Kyle Putz come to pit road here. Well, it looks like he was going to right there, but the 51 of Caleb Eisenhower drives by and gets back on the tail end of the lead lap. And right now, Kyle's out here continuing to run. He's got a 7.7 second lead over Nicholas Caressel in second, excuse me. Marcus Richardson on pit road.
Actually, Marcus is out.
What? What happened? What happened?
Not sure. We'll have to check, but
oh, man.
I was going to say in regards to Putz, the longer he's out, the less of an advantage he's going to have. He's going to lose more positions.
Right. Here he comes to pit road now. He stayed out just about as long as he dares to stay out. And I'm totally baffled by Marcus Richardson taking it behind the wall.
What happened was he sped coming into pit road. He missed his timing on his race to coming in the pit road when the commitment line. He was speeding by quite a lot.
Well, put Nicholas,
we just lost Alex Peck.
Yeah, I seen that.
Just fell through.
Yeah, I seen that. Well, I put Nicholas Caressel out front here. Adam Baker in second place, 18 seconds behind. And Bobby Zielinski, which I believe did make his pit stop here, will be in third. I believe he did make his pit stop.
He did early. He did earlier in the run.
Well, he may have to stop again here then. Caleb Eisenhower in fourth. He's made his final pit stop. David Shutt not far behind in fifth. Chance Crum right behind him in sixth. Ariotti seventh. Jared Darling eighth. Connor Anton ninth. And Kane Cook. That will round out your top 10. But Nicholas Caressel still has to pit. And I think he's going to be coming in here. He's got to come in here in probably the next 5 laps.
I think when he's just trying to stay out as long as he can, and might be hoping perhaps a yellow to come out, which I could benefit him. I remember the only thing I can think of at this point, or could we play a field launch game, but I don't see that happening, really. And he hits the wall at 4.
That was Jeff Dotson that hit. He's right behind him. No. Yeah. Jeff
Dotson.
Right
yeah, that was me, Rudy.
Yep. Tapped the wall there coming out of turn 4. Jeff running back in 20th position, though. He's picked up a lot of positions by staying in the race. Maybe a couple of laps down, but he stayed with it, and that's what counts. Ryan Hunt also in it here, 22nd position. And Sean Williams, which lost his internet earlier and has the ability here, he should be able to pick up a couple of positions off of Alex Peck and Marcus Richardson. So that'll put him up to about 22nd, I believe.
Oh, we got Cheney sideways in 2. He saved it. No, maybe. Just.
Well, let's go back and take a look here at a turn 2. Like he was a little sideways going into the turn, and oh, contact between him and the 31 there of Kyle Putz. Let me see here. Let me go along here with Kyle Putz. Let's go right here on the right front fender, and you can see he does tap Bobby Cheney right there in the turn. I mean, it was so close, but just enough of a nudge right there that it bumped Bobby Cheney out of the way. And Bobby's trying to save it right now, and he takes it down onto the apron here and across the blacktop here on the backstretch. So he didn't hit anything. No caution comes out, and he'll be back in 16th position now. And we're still waiting for Nicholas Kressel to come to pit road. Let me see if I can take a look here and see if I can find when he pitted last. And again, I don't know how accurate this is, but wow. If I'm looking at this correctly, the last time he pitted was on lap 30 under that caution.
That would make sense to be the only time these guys have pitted.
Yeah. So, boy, he would love to have new tires right now, because Bobby Zielinski in second place is really closing that gap up here. He's running a whole lot faster laps. And we've got enough laps here for him to catch Nicholas. God, I don't believe he could make it the whole way, could he? Nicholas Kressel?
It's hard to say. I'm trying to listen to his onboard here quickly here.
If he's clutching it. No, but he's backing off a heck of a lot.
Yeah, he's backing up a lot. I don't think he's saving fuel. It looks like. It didn't look like he clutched at that time. Now, what I was going to say about Kyle Putz before all that mayhem happened with him and Bobby Cheney. Yes, he's got a little bit fresher tires for staying out as long as he did, but the thing that hurt him was he fell way back to the 12th position at the time, and right now he's behind guys like Connor Anton, Shutt, Ariai, Chance Crum, and he was ahead of those guys earlier in the run.
Yeah, he may be able to get up, maybe past Connor Anton or maybe even David Shutt, but I think his chances of being on the podium here tonight might be shot, but he still might come out of it with a top 5.
Top 5 at least, and Nicholas Kressel has finally pitted here on lap 77.
Yes, sir. Coming in. That gives the lead up to Bobby Zielinski. Looks like a 4-tire change for Nicholas Kressel. That's going to put him way back in the field when he comes off of pit road, possibly 15th, 16th, somewhere along in there. So, yeah, he stayed out there and led 9 laps, but now it's going to hurt him. Bobby Zielinski with a 3.4 second lead over Chance Crum out here, just clear sailing for him. We may see Zielinski in victory lane tonight, Brett.
Hey, he's got a pretty comfortable lead right now. Now he's hoping that yellow doesn't come out. Now, this battle here for 5th spot is an example of a guy who pitted first, and a guy who pitted a lot later. That's David Shutt, who was one of the first guys to pit. Now, he had an early advantage of having fresher tires, but then with everything starts cycling around, he's going to lose that advantage. and he's going to start falling in the field. Kyle Putt's one of the more last guys to pit, and that allows Putt's fresher tires to get by Shutt, and Shutt's going to be struggling a little bit more with the older tires that he has compared to a lot of other guys, because he was the first guy to pit.
Absolutely. Well, here he comes taking a look on the inside of Connor Anton, or he was there for a second. And I can tell you right now, Connor's not going to let him by. He's going to do everything he can. He wants to stay in that top 5. Kyle's going to have to work for this one. He's going to have to get a great run, and he might have got it right there off of turn 2. He got a little wiggly, but he may have it right here going into turn 3, and Connor's not going to fight him. He's going to let him go. So Kyle Putz goes into 4th.
And we just had a change for 2nd. Ariotti just passed Chance Crum.
I see that. Well, I'll tell you what, there isn't a driver out there that has deserved to win any more than Bobby Zielinski. And, you know, with a 3.6 second lead right now over Ariotti, if things just stay green, if no caution comes out right now, he's looking at a clear win here. As long as he can save them tires, don't go out there and abuse them, because if he does and he starts falling back, those guys are going to catch him, and no doubt it's going to turn into a 3-car battle here for the win, or more, maybe 4-car. So he's got to play it smart right now. He's got to look at the big picture overall and say, you know, I'm out here clear sailing. I got the whole track to myself. I just need to save my tires, take it easy, back up them corners. He's still pulling away, though, Brett.
Yeah, everything is pretty well. All the cars are pretty much in Bobby Zielinski's favor as of right now. And you just got to make sure he keeps it clean, stays off the wall, and like he said, backing up his entry more and more as the tires wear on right now. And right now, he's just hoping that there isn't a yellow.
Ariotti just 3.7 seconds behind him. And this is quite the battle here. Him, Chance Crum, and Kyle Putz. And Kyle taking a look on the inside of Chance Crum now coming out of turn 2. It's a drag race down the backstretch. Is he going to get both of them in one turn? No, but he does clear Chance Crum. So Kyle could be looking at another second place finish here tonight if he can get by Ariotti.
Should be able to. Remember, he's one of the last guys that pitted for tires.
Connor Anton will finish in the top 5 here. David Shutt, 6th place. Kane Cook, 7th. Eric Sable, 8th. Delonte Ballard, 9th. And Caleb Eisenhower with a top 10 finisher tonight. I'll tell you what, Brett, this has been one heck of a race out here tonight. I'm telling you, these guys have put on a great show. Let's take a look at the race summary here real quick. We've had one caution, and that was on lap 30, folks. And I'll tell you what, 6 lead changes. We haven't seen a lot of leaders out here, but those that have led great. But Kyle Putz will collect the bonus point for leading the most laps tonight. 45 laps, running in 2nd place. But none of that matters, Brett. The only one that counts is that last lap. Who's the leader on that last lap?
No, exactly, and that's the last one that counts now. Right now, Kyle Putz has 15 laps to try and eat into this free 2nd lead that Bobby Zielinski has, but he might more likely use his stuff up more, just trying to catch Zielinski. But we'll have to keep an eye on the lap times just in case, but I don't think Zielinski has a whole lot to worry about.
Yeah, he's clicking off like about a 10th or 2 a lap, but you know, a 10th or 2 in 15 laps is not going to be enough to catch Zielinski out here. But you know, that's good for Bobby, though, because Bobby wants to hold on to that points lead, and this will extend it out just a little bit further for him, too. Every point counts.
He's going to get a lot of this between himself and Josh Rabbit, who currently is number 2 in the points, but he is currently running in the 12th spot right now. Derek Bordeaux is out of the race. He's going to get a little bit on Kyle Putz, and he's going to gain a good advantage over a couple of others like Jeff Dodson and Kane Cook.
Yeah, Josh Robin, yeah, I'm on him right now. Jared Darling just ahead of him. And Jared was a little loose coming off of turn 2 that time. Now they're passing up. Number 51 there of Caleb Eisenhower. Caleb had a big moment there coming off of turn 2. Saved it, but he's going to lose 2 positions in the process. Nicholas Kressel, the one we seen there make the very last pit stop of the day, he was the last one to come in on pit road. He stayed out there and led 9 laps, but he finds himself in 13th. Bobby Chaney 14th, and Cole Lanning rounds out the top 15 here tonight. So Zielinski with a 2.9 second lead. Kyle Putz is eating into it, but I don't think there's enough laps left here, Brett, for him to do anything.
Yeah, as of right now, it doesn't look like hell. Now, even though Putz does have Ariati right behind it, they may have a bit of a kind of a draft lap, you might say, going. But right now, it looks like Zielinski can put it on cruise control as of this moment.
And the way it's running right now with Kyle having just a little newer tires than some of these other guys, I really don't look for Ariati to have anything for Kyle. I think he's just trying to hang on to the draft there and take a podium finish.
That's pretty much what it is right now. He's going to probably just hang with Putz as long as he can. He's got a good, comfortable gap for a podium position right now.
Yep.
As right now, actually, Connor Anton is trying to pass Chance Crum.
Yeah, and it looks like he did get a good run off of 2 right there. And going into turn 3, Connor Anton takes over 4th position from Chance Crum. I see Chance's car just starting to go away a little bit right there. It's he's really backing them turns up a lot. And look, the car looks like it's right on the edge going into coming out of turn 4, I should say.
Yes, seeing that a lot in this race with Chance, especially in the turn 3. He'll back it down a lot. Like he's almost trying to cross him over. But like I said, his car's probably starting to go away from him once again. Do have a bit of a scrap going on over 6 between Kane Cook and David Shedd. It looks like that fight may have just settled.
Yeah, Kane Cook, I think he's going to hold on to that position right now, and David Shedd will be 7th. Back up front here, Kyle Putz and Ariati now 2.5 seconds behind the leader with 9 to go. How much more has Kyle got? How much more speed can he find in that car to reel in Bobby Zielinski? Bobby's probably watching his relative right now saying, he is coming, but he's probably doing the math in his head, a 10th or 2 a lap, 9 laps to go. It's not gonna get. He's not gonna be in trouble as long as he holds on to his car.
He does have a little bit of traffic of Nathan Dunas and Nevian Robinson and Sean Williams ahead, but they probably give him a lot of room. They were battling just a moment ago, but Nathan Dunas hit the wall out of 4.
He's blinking pretty bad right there too. I can't even stay on Nathan. He may be having some connection issues himself, but running in 17th position, just 1 lap down. Next one will be Nevian Robinson, just ahead of the leader, Bobby Zielinski. If Bobby gets to him, he's going to pass him because he's working to try to stay ahead of Ariati now in 2nd place, as he got around Kyle Putz. They may be doing a little swapping here for Ariotti might have been getting a little hot riding right behind Kyle there.
I wouldn't think so. I think Adi saw it opening and he decided they figured, well, but don't think we're going to catch Zielinski at this point. We're going to race out ourselves for second. Looks like Putz ain't done with Adi.
Oh, yeah, he's coming around. He repasses Ariotti. Ariotti stays on the bumper. They come up on the lap traffic now that Bobby Zielinski already passed. Nathan Dunas. Honor Anton, since he got around Chance Crum, has pulled away, but I just don't know if there's enough laps for him to reel in Ariotti and Kyle Putz, but fourth place finish for him. Chance Crum in fifth. Kane Cook in sixth. And Eric Sable got around David Shutt, now goes into seventh. Josh Robin, our second place in points, riding in 10th place. Back here, Brett, he's trying to hold on that second place in points with a good top 10 finisher.
Yeah, for the looks of things, he might not be able to hold on to second, but at least he'll be staying in the top 3, top 5 for sure as of right now. We'll have to see once the points all sort out.
Right. Well, Shutt trying to chase down Zielinski, now 1.8 seconds behind him, and he's coming up on lap traffic here. That would be, I believe, nope, not sure who that was.
Zielinski is coming up on Evian Robinson, and Sean Williams with Putz and Adi are catching up on.
Yep. Evian here trying to stay out of the way from the leader. Zielinski goes into one pretty hard right there, almost washed up into Nevian. But he'll complete the pass on it, and now he has a 1.6 second lead. That cost him about 2/10 right there, battling with Nevian Robinson.
Yeah, but I still think Zielinski should be in pretty good shape, and even if a yellow were to come out right now, the race would be over.
Right, exactly. And that's probably what he's praying for right now. Either a caution or nobody make a mistake, or nobody come up in front of him or anything like that. He's got clear sailing again here. Three laps to go here, folks. What did he say, Noah? Somebody in chat said something Noah deleted. I wasn't looking to see what was said. Kyle Putz 1.5 seconds behind the leader. Too far back. 2 to go. 2 more laps for Bobby Zielinski to hold on to this lead. Let's run back through here real quick. Ariotti third. Connor Anton fourth. Chance Crum in fifth. Kane Cook 6th, Eric Sable 7th, David Shutt in 8th, Delonte Ballard 9th, Josh Robin 10th, Nicholas Kressel in 11th. He got done passing Jared Darling. Jared back in 12th. Caleb Eisenhower 13th, coming up on Jared Darling, may pass him for that position. Bobby Cheney 14th. Cole Lanning, last one on the lead lap here in 15th. Evian Robinson 16th as our leader takes the white flag, folks. One more lap for Bobby Zielinski with a 1.4 second lead over Kyle Putz. And he will lead 24 laps here tonight, but not enough to clinch most laps led. But he will lead the very most important lap of the race here, the last lap. Coming to the line this time by, folks, Bobby Zielinski for the win here tonight at Auto Club for SRA AA Gen 6 Series. Congratulations to Bobby Zielinski with a great win. Awesome job. Kyle Putz second, and Ariotti will finish third. Well, let's get these guys down here, Brett, and we'll start talking to them. I can find Bobby Zielinski. There he is. Bobby Zielinski, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, congratulations on your win here, brother. Man, it was you only led 24 laps, but you led them that last run there, man. How did you do? How was your pit strategy on pit road that you got out ahead of all these guys?
Yeah, well, I had some help because Peck got something wrong with the computer and he got disconnected, and then Marcus got speeding and had to call it a day pretty much because he's his part time, so he's just going for the win, and so I had help from them two having issues. So I pitted when I pitted on 65. I was gonna pit on 66, but I saw everybody pitting, so I just went and had pit, and yeah, it worked out great because Kyle stayed out a little too long, and I was able to get a big gap and just control the race.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, that was great. You got out there clear sailing. You passed a lot of lap down cars clean and safely. We were kind of worried. Was you watching the relative and watching Kyle Putz and Ariotti closing up on you?
Oh yeah, I saw it, but then I did one of the best jobs I've ever done, kind of conserving my tires, especially here. Feels
Right.
good to win here, by the way. It's my home track here in Sonoma. I've never won here before, so just happy about that. But the relative, yeah, he was like, Kyle was at least 6 seconds back at one point, so I saw him coming. I'm like, oh boy, he's getting about a tenth or two a lap, and it was going to get close, but then it kind of stalled out, and I was able to just stay consistent, get by the lapped cars, and yeah, it really feels good, though, to get this win here.
Oh, man, I'll tell you. I'll bet you do. Well, we were talking about the difference between this track and Michigan. Which one do you like better, this track or Michigan?
I guess this track now, because I've never won at Michigan, though. They're both interesting, but I don't know. I probably here. It's my home track. This is my track here, so yeah, I'm just really happy about this win.
Very good, very good. Congratulations to you. This should help kind of solidify the lead, the points lead that you got a little bit more. So, well, before you go celebrate, you got anybody you want to say hello to or thank?
Yeah, I always give a shout out to you guys for doing the broadcast up in the booth here, and give a shout out to everybody that helps run the league, and shout out to Kyle. He actually painted me this car. If you noticed, yeah, there he is. He, if you notice, my car is just a different color of his car, and I gotta thank him for putting this together for me because always wanted a good looking Ford. So
there you have it. All right. Well, thanks for talking with us, Bobby. Congratulations, and we'll let you get out of here and go celebrate, my friend. Good job.
all right, thank you, Rudy. Thank you.
All right, Brett, you got second place.
Yeah, Kyle Putz, Brett Bunkari up in the Max Speed booth. How you doing?
Not as good as Zielinski, but I'll take it.
Well, going back to when you saw the later start coming in, like David Shutt coming in early, were you thinking like maybe to try and stay out like a little longer, a bit of a strategy call, or is it just maybe to perhaps try and maybe get better tires for the end of the race? Because you had better tires at the end, and you were catching Zielinski, but was it just maybe timing it a little too late on the pit stop?
Yeah, I knew that the only way that we were going to win the race was that I needed to be on fresher tires just by a couple laps, and those guys have a little bit of an advantage because after about 20-25 laps, I really started to go away and started losing time, and like that first run, I even fell back to fourth at one point. So I knew that tires would definitely be key to the end. So I originally, like, from the drop the green flag, I wanted to pit on lap 33, lap 66, and then take that to the end. And then we had the caution and had the restart right on 33, so that was perfect. But then I started seeing, like, everybody started pitting at weird times. I mean, I figured everybody would come down at once at 66, and I'd stay out to 68 or 67, something like that. Just give myself a little bit of advantage and go on from there. But like, I saw Cheney pitted on with 35 to go, and it was just really weird. So it kind of threw me off, and I was trying to stay out, and actually wanted to pit with 30 to go exactly, so I could just go all the way. But I think I ended up coming in a lap later because I had lap traffic coming through on the bottom, and I wasn't able to get down without getting rear-ended. So if I'd pitted a lap sooner, I definitely think we would have had a little bit better shot, but it's just how it all played out.
Now, Kyle, the way the racing looked like out there, especially like on your car, I've been noticing on the longer the run, when you're just maybe using your stuff a little too much there, because I was seeing guys like Peck even we're getting closer to you. And how was also the groove out there, especially like later on? Was it just basically the one groove track on the bottom side, or did it move up a little bit at all as the track got rubbered in?
As for the tire wear, yeah, I think Peck and Marcus there and Zielinski, they did a lot better job managing their tires and being able to catch me over the longer run. I was just a little bit too lead-footed there and not getting off the throttle as much as I needed to save that extra percentage or two of tires to be able to run their speed, especially that first run, like I said, fell back a couple spots. But that second run, I kind of pulled away a little bit and then tried to pull like a Kevin Harvick and just manage his gap enough, so I was mirror driving that entire time and trying to keep Peck at about a half second back, and there was a couple times I bobbled where he'd get back to me and then he'd bobble and I'd pull away, so I felt like I was doing a good job managing that gap. And then once Marcus had gotten around me, I was able to stick with him, which I was kind of proud of because I was figuring out what he was doing and kind of learning his little tricks and stuff, because I know he's really good here, so I was trying to learn as best that I could, and I used that towards the long run, and definitely for having to go as hard as I did those last 30 laps with those tires and being able to use what Marcus taught me there. I definitely realized that the tires were good at the end. And as for the groove, for me, it basically felt like it was just a bottom feeder the entire time. I don't remember exactly the track temp, but it was just way too cool out here to actually get that bottom lane too slick to have to move anywhere. So I was just bottom feeding the entire time. I heard from a couple guys in TeamSpeak there were people trying to use the second lane and third lane, but I was so tight on the bottom, I just couldn't imagine trying to run a little bit higher and getting tight, and knowing me, I'd probably end up putting it in the fence. So just bottom feeder for me all day.
Well, second place run anyway for you, Pods. Definitely a good finish moving forward. Hope move you up in the points a little bit too. Might gift you up to maybe the number 2 spot. But anyway, if you want to congrats on your second place run and shout out whoever you like to.
I just want to give a shout out to Zielinski, because I was keeping him honest that last entire run. I know in TeamSpeak I was asking him what lap times and stuff that he was running, and then we got to the checkered flag and he's like, "Oh, I had TeamSpeak muted that entire time." So good call by him, and congrats for not feeling the pressure back there. Big shout out to everybody else that was racing. It was very nice to be able to go from what we had last night. Last night was a caution fest, to being able to, I think we only had one caution here tonight, and that was a blast to run. A big sorry to Cheney. I got a little excited there on the new tires. I think he was on about 10 lap tires by the time I came up and kind of got into his rear end. I wasn't expecting the difference in the speed there, so big sorry to him. Shout out to him for saving it. Kind of screwed him over, and I feel kind of bad about that one. Other than that, just you guys for broadcasting, really cool what you guys do. A big thank you to you guys. Big shout out to everybody else in TeamSpeak that I hang out with. Kressel, Delonte, we had Kane and Eisenhower, Caleb in there, and that was a blast. I had fun tonight.
Well, thanks for coming down to us there, Kyle. And I think, Rudy, you got the number 3 finisher, Ariati, AA.
Yes, sir. Ari, you got a copy?
10-4 Rudy, I got you.
Well, tell me about your run out there tonight, Ari. Because you and Kyle there were battling for second for quite some time there at the end. Were you guys like working together and trying to reel in Bobby Zielinski?
No, not at all. I was trying to get it to Bobby the entire time, and Kyle's on better tires, but managed to keep up with him the entire night. I mean, even before the race started, I was pretty frustrated. Just brought some emotions into the race, and I was just pretty ticked off to begin with. So, and it was just really frustrating tonight to try and get by anybody. I mean, it was 66 degrees. It was, the cars were just flying, and it's just everyone was defending. It was just not a whole lot of give, and it was just really frustrating all night for me. And twice I ended up behind Derek. I'm not sure what happened. He got loose once, and then he got behind somebody who got tied off of turn 2 or loose off turn 2 or something. So I don't know what happened, but the first time I had a little run-in with Derek, I got some damage, and when that caution came out around lap 30, I decided to fix my damage, put myself in the back of the field, and work my way back up front in the top 10. But I just really didn't have the time, I guess, the laps to really showcase the number 78 tonight. So it was just really frustrating all night long, and pretty frustrated right now, to be honest with you, even though I got a 3rd place finish.
Well, sorry to hear about your frustrations there, brother, but you got third place. I mean, that's really nothing to sneeze at, man. That's pretty good. You beat a lot of great cars out there tonight. Connor, Anton, Chance Crum, Kane Cook, Eric Sable, just to name a few that were right there battling with you guys pretty much all race long. And I know there was a couple of times there I did see you kind of drift back a little bit, and I think it was kind of to the point where maybe your frustration was showing right there, or something that you didn't feel like you wanted to really race it up that much with them guys. But you reeled them back in, you caught them back up, you beat them on pit stops, you come out of here in third place. So congratulations to you. Anyhow, Ari, you got to carry the momentum over to next week. So I know you got some people you want to thank. So go ahead.
Yeah, like you said, it's nothing really to sneeze at. It's really, really hard for me to get a victory at SRA lately. It's just everyone's gotten so much better, and I've just kind of plateaued. Really, I haven't really improved much. But congrats to all the drivers for just making a show tonight. Like Kyle said, it was a heck of a lot better than last night. So congrats to and thanks for everyone putting on a good show tonight. Appreciate you guys broadcasting. I can't wait to watch as always.
Okay, Ari, thank you, and we'll see you next week, brother.
Sounds good, buddy.
Okay, let's get down here to the results, Brett. Bobby Zielinski coming home the win here tonight. Kyle Putz in second, Ariotti third, Connor Anton fourth, Chance Crum fifth, Kane Cook sixth, Eric Sable seventh, David Shutt eighth, Delonte Ballard ninth, and Josh Robin rounds out the top 10. Brett?
In 11th is Chris Carresso. Jared Darling finishes 12th. Caleb Eisenhower whacking the wall after running the front, finishes 13th. Bobby Cheney finishes in 14th, and Cole Lang will finish the last car in the lead lap in 15th. First car one lap down is Devian Robinson in 16th. Nathan Dunas finishes 17th, one lap down. Adam Baker 2 laps down in 18th. Ryan Hunt 4 laps down in 19th, and Jeff Dotson 4 laps down in 20th.
All right, Sean Williams finishing 21st after having connection issues, and actually right at the very end he told me in chat there that iRacing actually booted him out for the finish of the race, but he still come out with a 21st position, made up of quite a few positions out there. Femio Lat 22nd, Alex Peck 23rd, Marcus Richardson leaving early there, finishing 24th, Trevor Pertelli 25th, Mr. Beach 26th, Derek Bordeaux 27th. He did lead some laps, though. Derek, I can't remember how many he led there anyhow, but Jonathan Shipman, 28th, Randy Roberts, 29th, Justin Gable actually was not in the race. Okay. That rounded out the field. All right, so congratulations again here for SRA AA Gen 6 Series. Congratulations to Bobby Zielinski for coming home the win here tonight. We'll be back up shortly here, folks, in about an hour with another broadcast here on MaxSpeedTV. But thanks for watching, and we will catch up with you here in a little bit. Thanks.